So, up till now we have seen what tan delta is, basic concept behind tan delta. Then we have seen CT, its construction, and how tan delta in a CT can be measured. Now we will see how to use a practically a tan delta instrument to measure the tan delta and capacitance in a CT using Doppel M4100. But before starting this video, you must have knowledge regarding internal connection of CT, which is already discussed in the previous part 1 of this topic. So go and visit and learn about internal connection of CT discussed in part 1. So first we will see that introduction to Doppel M4100 instrument. Then we will see the procedure for testing. After that we will see the connection and different modes used for testing. And at last we will see how the result analysis should be carried out based on its result. Now, introduction to Doppel M4100 instrument. Previously, we have seen that in order to measure tan delta and capacitance in a CT, we need to connect that at 3 points. Now, those 3 points will be connected with the help of a cable with this kit. So, the first point was to connect the primary conductor of the CT, which will be connected with the help of this. That cable will be inserted here, over here. This cable is known as the HV cable. Second point was to connect at the tan delta point in the secondary terminal box, and that cable will be connected in the kit over here. Any one of these will be used at a time as the other is provided as spare. This cable is known as the LV cable. The third point was to connect at the earthing point of the CT. That earthing point cable will be connected over here in the kit. This cable is called as the earthing cable. Now these are the three main cables that we will be using to measure tan delta and capacitance in a CT. Other cables that we will use, that is the AC power, which will supply power to my kit. This is the communication cable that will connect to a laptop for taking result and performing test. My laptop will give command to this kit and data will be recorded in my PC. These are the safety switch. Two safety switches are used that we will see later on. This is the temperature sensor that will connect over here, and this is the alarm that will indicate that the test is running. And the last one is the earthing of the kit itself in order to protect my kit. We will not be using this part for tan delta. This part of in tan delta will not come in picture. So now it's very much clear how are the cables, which are the main cables. First is this, second is this, and third is this. And rest of the cables are used for safety and providing supply to my kit and taking the data and or performing test. Okay. Now we will see Doppel M4100 cables. You must have the knowledge that how the cables in this instrument looks like. Just by seeing the cables, you must know that which cable is connected where. The first one and the most important one is the HV cable. HV cable. HV cable will be the most thickest, longest and the heaviest one provided with a hook on the cable, since it carries up to 10 kV of voltage which is provided to the testing equipments. You must remember that input is fed through this HV cable and the outputs are read from LV cable and the earthing cable. The second one and the second important cable comes the LV cable. LV cable are this two cables, red LV cable and blue LV cable, which read the output from the 10 delta point provided in the secondary terminal box of the CT. Only one cable is used at a time and the other cable is kept as a spare, so that in case if any one of the cable gets failed, the other can be used. Second cable is the earthing cable, seen from this, or you can also call it safety ground cable. Then comes the power cable, providing power to the supply. The next one, which is connected over here, is the temperature and humidity sensor. What actually the temperature and humidity sensor do, it reads the temperature and humidity, and whatever result we carry out at whatsoever temperature and humidity, my kit will get that correction factor and will provide the result at corrected 20 degrees Celsius. So whatever results that we will get at 20 degrees Celsius by providing correction factor automatically in the kit itself. Here is again the alarm showing that the test is it will light when the test will be running and it will get off when the test is off. Now the adapter cable for connecting laptop and the kit, or you can also say as the communication cable between the two, that is my instrument and my laptop. And the last one and the most important one are the safety switches. What actually the safety switch do, when you give command to run the test and press OK, the test will not run unless and until you press these two safety switches. Yes, both the switches should be pressed. Then only this kit will give the inserted kV to my CT and the test will run. And if in case in between the test the safety switches by mistake or intentionally is released, then the test will be gets automatically stopped or the test will be get cancelled. So these safety switches are provided for the safety of the personnel as well as the safety of the equipment. Here you can see a push button is provided on the safety switches. These are the push button that you have to press while holding the safety switches. So these were all the main cables that we'll be going to use while doing 10 delta testing on a CT or other electrical equipments. Now we will see the standard procedure to carry out 10 delta testing in a CT. First of all, disconnect the CT jumpers from both its ends, that is from the top of the CT. Why we are disconnecting CT jumper from both the sides is because by doing so the unnecessary induction is nullified. See, because when you are dealing with HV and EHV classes, there will be induction in the switchyard, and in order to avoid that and in order to nullify those effects in your result, you must disconnect the jumper of the CT. The second point in that is when conductor or the jumpers are connected to the CT, then the unnecessary resistance and inductance and capacitance will come in picture of the conductor connected to it. However, it will have very minor change in your result, but it is recommended to disconnect the jumper from both the ends of the CT. The second procedure is to open the secondary terminal box and open the 10 delta point which was grounded. The next is to clean the CT from the outer side, that is the porcelain part of the CT should be properly cleaned, because what happens if it is improperly cleaned, then the dust or the water particles get attached to the outer surface of the CT, because porcelain are hygroscopic in nature, and because of this it increases the resistive current in the CT. Because of that, your tan delta result may increase, because tan delta is nothing but the ratio of IR by IC. If IR increases, your tan delta also increases. Also, the tan delta point should also, if found rusted, should also be cleared, because the rusting also in the tan delta point also provides the resistive current. And if the tan delta point is rusted, your LV cable will not read the output properly and it may give incorrect result. So cleaning the CT from the outer side and cleaning the tail delta point are very much important. Next, the connection that will be discussed later on. After providing and completing all the connections, you must open the double M4000 software, run the application, perform the test and obtain the result. Now, as per the procedure, step 1 is to open or disconnect CT jumpers from both the ends shown at the top of the CT. Second step is to disconnect the 10 delta cap connected with earth in the secondary terminal box of the CT as shown in the figure. Now we will see how the 10 delta testing kit is connected to the CT. First, as we have learned and understood, that we will connect the HV cable or the HV lead to the primary conductor of the CT. It's connected over here. Now this HV cable input is provided to the CT up to 10 kV input is given. Then second, we connect the LV cable to the 10 delta point of my CT providing the secondary terminal box where the output is red. And third, we connect the ground lead or the earthing cable to the earthing point of the CT over here. Again, the output is red in the 10 delta. So you must understand this. The input is given from the HV cable and the output are read from LV cable as well as the ground lead or the earthing lead. So this complete your complete connection of the CT. Very good pictorial representation of the connection is shown here. HV cable or lead of the testing gate is connected to the primary conductor of CT. Then the LV cable is connected to the 10 delta point provided in the secondary terminal box of the CT, and at last earthing cable is connected to the CT structure. So now, while using the 10 delta testing kit, you will have to select the different modes provided in the testing kit. Those are the UST mode, UST mode. The other two modes are the GST and GST-G mode. So let us see and found what are these modes one by one. The first mode is the UST mode, means the ungrounded specimen test. You must understand one thing, that based on the value that you want to measure, or the insulation, the degree of insulation you want to measure, based on that the different modes are defined. As in UST mode measures only this value C1, or we can say that main insulation, and the ground lead, that is get masked. This lead, the measurement is not taken into account. So this mode is called the ungrounded specimen test. Now the second test mode is the grounded specimen test mode, also called as GST mode. In this mode, it measures both value, that is C1 and C2, means the degree of insulation of main insulation as well as the oil insulation is measured in this test. It means that the measurement from both the outputs, that is from the LV lead as well as from the ground lead, are taken, and measurement from both of them are taken into account. Now the third test and the last test mode is the ungrounded specimen guard test mode, or also called as GST-G mode. In this mode, only the value C2 is measured, that is only the output from the ground lead is read, and the output from the LV lead is masked, means it will not take measurement into account. So now these three modes can be summarized as: in UST mode we measure C1, and the measurement of or from the earthing lid is not taken into account. Another mode is the GST mode. In this mode, it measures C1 and C2, and output from both the lids, that is the LV lid and the ground lid, are taken, and none of them are masked. Now the last mode is the GST guard mode or the GST-G mode. In this mode, C2 value is measured, and the LV lid measurement is not taken into account, or it is masked. So in this way all the three modes are summarized in a very easy way, and we have understood them with the help of the equivalent circuit. Now after performing the test and obtaining the result, one must have the knowledge to do the analysis and come to some conclusion point. So we will see the result analysis, and the table has been listed below. First, there is low capacitance, mainly due to oil leakage. What happens in oil leakage? That the upper portion of the oil filled city, the oil gets reduced, and that place is replaced by air. Hence, the dielectric of air is less than the dielectric constant of oil, and so the dielectric constant reduces. As we all know that capacitance is expressed as C is equals to epsilon A by D. Hence, if the dielectric constant reduces, it will result in low value of capacitance. Also, oil leakage will result in high tan delta value. There will be high tan delta also because due to aging effect. Due to aging effect, the insulation, that is oil quality, gets degraded mainly due to ingress of moisture, and the paper insulation quality gets degraded over time. Another one is high capacitance. One will observe high capacitance mainly due to paper insulation get degraded, and another may be due to oil quality get degraded due to ingress of moisture. And now the last one is 0 or negative tan delta value. To come to some conclusion, you must first of all see it may be due to not properly grounded, means there may be some induction effect. If the tan delta point is not properly cleaned and it is rusted. The third one, if proper connections are not provided or tightened. And after these three things have attended properly, then also if we are getting 0 negative tan delta value, then we can say that the city is failed. So we have seen major reasons behind the low or the high value of capacitance and tan delta. So with this, it completes your tan delta testing of CT using Dowell M4100 instrument.